Hey, what's up guys? So we are going to start on the painting, but before that, gotta thank some people who chose to support me over on Patreon. So I would like to thank Angel, Robin, and Sangaya Dacho. Start on. Oops. So yep, because of them, I managed to buy this new webcam, which is really clear and really exciting. So I bought this webcam so we can paint on the deer painting. Yeah, which we'll paint soon. And yep, I used some of the money. It helped me a little in buying this webcam, which is really cool. And also, I would like to thank some of the people. Let's see. We shall give them their 8 seconds recognition. And
oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Ernest from Twitch. Yeah, thanks for following me. And let's see, we also have Faken Blata. I'm not sure if I butchered your name right there. Faken Blata. And thanks for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And also Gersil Jimenez. Thank you for all the support. So these are the people who have followed me and subscribed since I started live streaming. Yeah. Today is the third live stream. I still feel a little nervous. Whew, okay. Yep. And oh yeah, you might be wondering what is that my face and a tiger in the above the chat box there. That one is that one's the what do you call it? The Tiger Beer and WWF. They have got together, and Tiger Beer has decided to hang on, sorry. Tiger Beer has decided to donate $1 million American dollars to WWF this year, and so people can like go to their website and take a picture of like take a selfie and then go to their website, and then they will have all these choices from other artists from different countries who did all this kind of templates, and you can just combine those two, and then automatically it'll just come out saying like I stand against illegal live trade. So I'm also wearing a nice tiger shirt just for a little bit of awareness today. So I'm gonna like show it to you. Okay, over here. So this is like my profile picture. Then you can see that there is like a whole, a tiger here. And I was very happy. This was done by Kenji Chai, a talented local Malaysian street artist, and he did this whole template. I think personally, I think it's the best among all, so I chose this for my profile pic. And then you have it. I stand against illegal tiger trade. So the link here is 3890.tigerbeer.com/US/launch. So this 3890 is the estimated amount, the estimated number of the amount of tigers around the world. Yeah, scary, I know. So if you click on this, it will take you to the age gate. So uncaged art to fight illegal tiger trade. Then you can pick wherever you're from, wherever country, and then you just pick a date. So like for example, I'm gonna go just gonna do like a whatever, and then you enter. This is taking some time, so yeah. So then they kind of like give you some art choices, and then they just kind of like tell you what's going on. While some people see tiger as a source of profit, we see them as a source of inspiration, and collaborate with 6 global artists and uncaged art to fight illegal tiger trade. So 6 artists from different places. Oh yeah, this is the sad truth. We lost over 96% of the tiger population in the last 100 years. Scary. So this is the estimated number with as few as 3890 wild tigers left worldwide. Yep. Tiger Beer has committed to support WWF with US $1 million donation. So these are the artists. This is Kenji Chai, the local Malaysian. This guy's from China. Actually, I don't remember. This one's from US, I think. I can't remember. So you can meet the artist. This is their template. So I chose Kenji Chai. So you can go back up and then you can say start now, and there you have it. You have your Facebook profile pic, and then you pick a photo, and continue. You guys can have it from there, and you gotta make sure you are above 21. Okay. So I hope you guys do this. I don't know, a little awareness, goes a long way, and also because of that, I just kind of like thought, I also read like there's this new thing, not new thing, it came out in the news a few days, or was it a few months back, mycat.my is an organization in Malaysia dedicated to saving the big cats of Malaysia, mainly just the tiger, I guess. um, so they kind of estimate we have like about 300 tigers in the whole of Malaysia right now, and just thinking about that is kind of scary. Can you imagine the human population down to only 300? Whew, wow. So I don't know, that kind of gave me kind of like a inspiration, because if you guys don't know, I have a art project called Malaysian Beauties, where I paint the local animals found in Malaysia, and then I kind of do a different um, YouTube video, and then I explain about their lifestyles. I just do my own research, and then I just kind of give a brief understanding about what they do in their own lifestyle. So that's it. But I don't know. I don't think it's really doing much. So I was thinking you can head over to Twitch, and I really like Twitch. It's very streamer friendly, so you can get some of these. You can check out, like, I kind of listed out like gears used, webcams, art gear, what kind of paints I'm using. I try to schedule from every Saturday 2 p.m. onwards. Well, actually 2 to 6. I'll try to keep it like that. And then there's a tip jar. I was thinking, if you kind of like check that out, you can do, well, actually this one is like just kind of my efforts. I hope it will help. There's this 2 tabs here. One is tip money, which is money, but the other one is my wish list, and then the other one of them is to donate. This is a WWF. I'm thinking either to donate to WWF or my cats, because my cat is also just dedicated just for tigers, and doubling wild tigers times 2. So this is their project for WWF. So if you guys want to help, well, obviously you can always go directly to your own wildlife organization and donate from there. But if you guys are interested, you guys can just help donate to this. All this that goes to this purpose, I will just donate it to WWF or my cat, depending. And for WWF, I always wanted this shirt, Tiger times 2. Yeah. Oh yeah, and this is my Malaysian Beauties project. My Malaysian Beauties project, I have decided if you guys want to help and support the cause, you guys can also help donate to this. I will gather the funds from this, and then I will give it to WWF for the purpose of reforestation. I mean, this whole tiger thing got quite serious past few months, in the sense that it came out in newspapers and stuff like that. But this Malaysian Beauties thing, I was hoping to help in general all animals. So reforestation, you can't really save an animal if they don't have a home to live in. And these days in Malaysia, man, I can tell you, we have so many shopping malls being built, so many condominiums, so many skyscrapers, and it's all vacant. It's not even being successfully occupied, and they're building more, killing more trees. I don't know really what to do with that, but I don't know. I just hope this effort just helps in some way. So yeah, just to keep you guys updated with what's going on. And speaking of keeping updated, ah, I just bought a whole bunch of uh, bought a whole bunch of let's see. Okay, I bought a whole bunch of paints from Golden. and I bought them from Scrap and Crop. I just recorded the unboxing, and then I'll probably share it on YouTube. And my thoughts on using golden artist colors. Personally, I really like it a lot. And okay, is that all going on in my life? I think that's about it. So let's continue on to the painting. All right, let me just switch on the light here. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, hang on, got lots of wires here. This is the painting so far. Alright, so this is what I managed to do so far. For this part here, I did some recording. I kind of put paint all over, and I use a spray bottle, and I use a hair dryer at full power. And this is what you get. This whole kind of like an abstract-ish thing going on. And over this side, I use a complete airbrush to make the whole fire illusion thing. And a nice tip about fire is that it can be a little bit what is wrong with my brain today? It can be a little bit transparent, so you can see like layers of other fire flames going through. So you can see it's not entirely blocked of one color. And I have also did the outline so I know where my paints will go. Very important to have a reference photo, because I mean, if you want to make it look real, then well, you gotta need a reference photo. For today, let's see, I'm gonna adjust the light here. For today, we're gonna work on the blue deer. Oh yeah, so you can I got another webcam there. Hi. So you guys got any questions at all? Hopefully I can help answer. Okay, today we are going to start on the blue deer. Okay. For today, we are going to use a painting knife. Okay. And one thing I really love about painting with acrylics is that it is so versatile. You know, you can make acrylics look like watercolor, and you can make it look like oil painting. You know, it kind of depends on what you want. And like I always say, one thing I love about acrylics is that it dries fast. You know, one thing I hate about acrylics is that it dries fast. So yeah, there's really no remedy for that. I guess you can use a spray bottle, but that's about it. So today for, let's see, gold, can you guys see this? Golden heavy gel / molding paste. This is very helpful. If you guys seen my other I don't know what you call this style, abstract, impressionism. I never went to art school, so I don't know. So realism and impressionism / abstract, I don't know. So when you see this, I always use this golden gel extra heavy paste, and it's really good because it kind of gives this impasto effect. So you can open it up, you can see that it's all very thick in there. What I'm gonna do is, let's see, let me pull out my reference photo. Okay, what I am going to do is I'm going to put some paint in there. I'm going to do the shadows first, so there's a little bit of shadow here, a little bit of shadow here, and you know, rest all over the paint. Oh, right. Something recent that I just learned. This is a palette knife. Okay, probably can't see this. This webcam is kind of bad. All right, this is actually a palette knife, and this is a painting knife. What are the difference, you may wonder? I wonder that myself sometimes. So I recently learned this. All this time that I've been doing this type of painting, I've been using a palette knife to paint. So this is going to be an interesting day for me. A little bit of experimentation going around. This palette knife is good for mixing color. Now, you know, when I first started, I used my own paintbrush to mix the colors, and that is so wrong. Okay, because if you mix it using a paintbrush, it's going to be all like, you know, all the first of all, you're going to waste a lot of paint. You're going to be stuck on your brush anyway, and especially if you don't want so much paint on your brush when you first start brushing. That is number one. Number two, this saves a lot of paint, because first of all, it's a knife, so every time you kind of, you know what, I'm going to demonstrate how I'm going to mix it later using a palette knife. So basically, it's really good for mixing paint, and you can also, it's really easy and clean to mix paint. If you use a brush, it's very messy and it's very wasteful. So okay, so what's the difference? Now, okay, number one, this palette knife is very rigid, as you can see. I'm trying to like, flex it and stuff like that, but it's quite rigid, it's quite thick in the metal area. This palette knife, on the other hand, is very specialized for painting because it is thin. It's a thin sheet of metal. So you can see, all right, I'm just gonna show it to you. This is the palette knife. Yeah, it doesn't bend really much. This is a painting knife, and you can see that it bends so much better. It's a lot more flexible. So when you kind of push the paint around, it's kind of like a brush, really flexible. So I just learned that. I went straight to Daiso. I bought this from Daiso, not an art shop. I don't have a specific art. I mean, I do have an art shop nearby, but I remember I saw this in Daiso. I straight away bought from Daiso. I am going to try this today. This is a virgin, unused, so today I'm going to use it. Yeah, alright. So we're going to start with shadows. Shadows, I'm going to start with black. Easiest, black, black, black. And black, I'm just going to use in its purest form. I'm going to use Carbon Black Golden. I'm just going to take just a little bit. Shadows. Oh, yeah, you can see my palette here. Yeah, it's not exactly clean. I got 3 slots that are clean. I just like quickly gave it a swipe before I started this streaming. The last time I touched this painting was like last week. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. So here's the paint. So you can see that when I use the palette knife, what I did is I just kind of scoop out some paint and I just kind of wipe it at the side, and it's so clean. You can save paint. Can you imagine doing this with a paintbrush? Do you know how messy that would be? And just remember, I used to do that with a paintbrush. Hang on. Look at my chat box. There you go. Okay, now chat is clear. Okay, look at this. Okay, this is so sad. Nobody's watching, so I'm basically talking to myself, which is normal. I mean, I did a lot of videos for my Patreon, so yep. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take just a little bit of it. Well, you can do it. You can use it as much as you want. Yeah. So I'm just kind of mixing it in. And this doesn't affect the colors, not really. Especially if you use like good quality paints, there's a lot of pigment in there, so I don't think that will affect a lot. Hang on, let me put just a little bit more. Whew. Okay, so this is my paint right here, so you can see that there is some heavy gel on top, and then there's some black at the bottom. So I'm just going to use my palette knife, and I'm just going to mix it. I'm just going to keep doing this until it gives me a nice thick gooey texture. So you can see that in fact the gel does not affect the color at all. It's still very dark, very, very pure in its blackness, and it's all nice and thick. all ready for painting. So this, you can see, is very nice and clean. You know, I still have this entire space to paint with. Okay, and if I always want more, I can always mix more. Oh right, I forgot to put water. Water to wash my paintbrushes. Alright, make sure there's ample water. My workstation is a little far because I need my room is very cramped, and I need my PC to be close so I can put these webcams here. So I have to change. Usually my workstation is just here, but for you guys, I did a whole lot of moving, and that's it. So I'm just gonna give this a try. I'm not sure what about the consistency that I want. Okay, so just going to. Oh, I like this painting knife. Very nice indeed. Hang on. Okay. So I'm just like, even though it is kind of like abstract-ish. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I could never do this with my palette knife. Wonderful. So, what was I saying? Totally forgot. Oh yeah, even though this is abstract slash impressionism, I don't know what's it called. You guys let me know, okay? Never been out of school, don't know what I'm doing. Derp derp. So, just gonna go with the flow. And when I say flow, I mean look at your reference photo and see what is the direction of the fur. Oh, I really like this. Um, hmm, what was it that I wanted to say? Oh yes, I got this photo, this reference photo from Wildlife Reference Photos. I'm also a contributor there as well. And I really like it in the sense that those people there are artists themselves. So it's for the people, by the people. And those are the best because they know that getting reference photos, good quality ones especially, is just so cringeworthy, you know, just trying to get good photos, and especially one that, you know, I don't know, when I look at Shutterstock, or I don't know, I see that there is like some sort of like a subscription that you have to pay monthly. No, I'm not a monthly payer. I don't like monthly paying things. So I like this reference photo. First of all, it's very good quality. There is quality control. I contributed some of my photos there, and there are times where it got rejected because I don't know, it doesn't meet their requirements, so to speak. And that's it. That's a sad thing for me. It got rejected. Of course, there are a lot of my photos that got approved as well. So sometimes it makes good for a photo, but bad for a photo reference. Oh, this is so much better than the paint. Oh, excuse me. This is so much better than the palette knife. Gosh, I just love the marks it does. It really has that nice 3D feel to it. Like, okay, you can see this right here. You can see that it goes, all this shapes goes in and out. I really like that. Maybe you guys should get a closer look, perhaps. Okay. Unfortunately, this new webcam is kind of square-ish, so this entire thing you're seeing right now, it is the maximum. It is not a rectangular ratio. I never took that into consideration. So, and actually, let me know in the comments when you guys watch this, like, how is the quality? You know, because I'm using my DSLR to take videos right now, but the thing is with DSLR, Nikon D7000, you know, to be specific, is that when I paint, for some reason, after 3 seconds, it will automatically stop. Uh, it will automatically stop recording. That really makes me so stressed out. Sometimes I thought I was, you know, painting, and then next thing I know, I'm not. I don't like that. Because sometimes I don't know that it's not being recording. Then I just keep talking and I just keep continuing, and next thing I know, this entire stretch that I've been doing, apparently there is no, it wasn't recorded at all, and then then you guys can't see what I just did, and then, you know, it's so annoying. So I thought to kind of hopefully, you know, when I ordered this webcam, I was hoping I could use this as a replacement, but I am not sure. Not sure if it's good enough for you guys, because, you know, you guys probably have really high taste technology these days, you know. Makes your uh makes your expectations so much higher. Okay, so you guys know the difference between a palette knife and a painting knife. I just did, so share that with you guys. So, what do you ask what I'm doing? Nothing really. I'm just taking a painting knife. I'm just putting down paint, kind of like how a worker puts cement on bricks. You know, you had that little scraper thing, and then just kind of flatten it out. Only this one, I would like texture. I'm not a big abstract person. I mean, I don't really know how to appreciate abstract, like Picasso, or, you know, I don't know how to I don't know how to appreciate it. However, abstract that has a lot of texture in it, a lot of a lot of paint jutting out, lots and lots of thick paint, that impasto effect. I love that. That's the only abstract I understand. I was an impressionist. I have no idea what's the difference. Sometimes they look the same to me. So yeah, I like paints that are kind of like jutting out, like how I showed it to you just now. That's like, if you put your finger through it, you can actually feel the bumps and layers and creases, and that is for me very nice. You know, it's kind of like, it doesn't only satisfy one sense as in like sight, but it affects touch as well. So you can see that it's probably shaky. It's because it's a big canvas. This is usually like the biggest canvas I work in. As in, I don't think I'll go any bigger than this. Mm. I met an oil painter. Oof, so nice. His digs so beautiful. His name is Marvin Chan. Uh, my father's friend's brother. He's a I would say a well-known artist in Malaysia. So I had the opportunity and pleasure to meet with the talented artist, and oof, I saw this gigantic canvas. I guess it could be said that it's also as tall as me. It was square-ish, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and he does lovely work. He does oils, not necessarily realism. It's more impressionism, I guess. I don't know. I just learned the word impressionism, so I'm saying that a lot. So is this all I'm doing? Yes, this is all I'm doing. Wait till you get to the realism part. I'll be doing the same darn thing with a filbert brush. Okay. Ah! My spray bottle ran out of water too. Gotta fill it up. Okay. Ta-da! I will spray you, but it'll hurt my webcam. Okay. Spray bottles, super, super important. Not super important, but it definitely lengthens the. Oops. Gotta make it finer. It definitely lengthens the. Okay, I make it fine so it's little droplets. Uh, it extends the life of your acrylics. However, you shouldn't do it too much, especially if you're doing this impasto. In fact, it could probably thin down the acrylics. However, if you want it to, to make it alive, to make it moist a little longer, very important to do that. Oh, I really, really do dig this painting knife, sorry. All this time I thought I was like painting it different or, something like that. So, um, one of the wonders of being a self-taught artist. I mean, of course, if you become a art student, you probably learned this a long time ago, but I don't know. I just, sometimes you just kind of like find things out yourself and you just got that, interesting, I see. I just love this. Before I got into realism, I found realism through Lisa Klo. Lacree Fine Arts, she is a wonderful, wonderful painter, and she is, of course, well known. Um, she's not afraid to teach whatever she has in her brain, which makes her very, very lovable, and she is so good. So she inspired me to do a whole lot better, and this is where I am now. If it weren't for her, I'd probably still be doing stick figures. No, I wasn't that bad then. I wasn't impressive, but I was, I guess. So because of her, I managed to get better at it. Okay. If you keep hearing that cracking noise, it's the back of I don't know what you call it, my Achilles heel, I guess, or something. I don't know. It cracks a lot. It doesn't hurt. Apparently it's just my anatomy like that. Weird, I know. So yeah, she always kind of tell you to get better, and I did. and I kind of liked her style of painting, so I watched her. If you guys are into realism, you guys should check her out. She is a wonderful, wonderful teacher. Always wants to like teach you, make you learn, and kind of inspire you. And that's definitely what she did among a lot of other artists. And I will tell you, before I learned, realism, I was kind of trying to find myself, trying different styles. So I'm gonna show you one. Let's see. This was one of a buffalo. I can show it to you here. I went to Nepal and I was just so uh, I just loved the atmosphere. It was so beautiful. So I just did this. So this was kind of like my style at the time. This was before I learned about palette knives and stuff. I mean, I did know about palette knives, but I just didn't use that. That was my second one. This is my favorite. This is a Javan deer. Can you see it? Yeah. This is my favorite. So yeah. Um. So this was the style I was going for. Now between you and me, um, I was striving for better, but I also enjoyed that style. So when I found Lisa, I was like, I definitely wanted to go to that approach. And then for a while, I started to miss that. Kind of miss doing like, a loose painting. You don't have to figure out the physics of it. Like what I'm doing right now, like, I just don't want to think too much. Because once you see me go towards the realistic side, you will see it can get pretty tedious. Right now, I'm just having fun. I'm talking to you guys, my uh, imaginary friends, because no one is online right now. And yeah, so that's how I got into this. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I missed that style. But at the same time, I just didn't want to let go of realism. It's like every painting I do with acrylics, it has to have that element of realism. Not necessarily the abstract part, but it has to have realism now. So I felt torn for a while, and then I just had this realization: why do I even have to choose? Can't I do both? Isn't that what art is all about? Yep. And then from there, it just took it from there. I just started kind of splitting the canvas in half. Basically, when you think about it, I'm actually doing two paintings at once. Here is like a whole other story, and then the other side, is just a different story as well. So, always try to conserve your paint. It's going to take you some time, of course. You gotta like know how much paint. Like right now, I don't have a lot. I don't have very little either. I think it could probably get me through this, which is what I love. I don't like wasting. You will have unfortunate times where there will be wastage, but just try to avoid that part. never done this before. Part of the abstract world has clashed with realism side. Look at that. It's path. You don't even know what I'm talking about. Look. See? Some parts of the abstract side are going over to the realism side. Never done that part before. So, when you talk about styles, I just love it. You know, when I think a lot of artists kind of have this, I guess you could say it, kind of like an identity crisis. You're like, man, what style should I go for? Should I go for realism? Should I go for abstract? Should I go for impressionism? How about if I were to paint something, 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 must it be like that? You know, or should I go this way? Of course, no one can tell you what style you're gonna go for. It's art is always, it's a part of you, always is, always will be, and to you know, it really is like an identity crisis. And I was like thinking, man, I wish I could paint like this, you know, paint like that. And then after that, you know, what it needs is it needs practice. You need practice. You want to learn um, how to do something. You gotta practice a lot. You can't know your style until you learn what is there to try. So, you know, like at this stage, you know, like when you have been painting seriously for 3 years around there, and then you just kind of go like, you're not even asking what style you're going for. You just do it. You just experiment, and then you know it kind of answers it for you. You're like, okay, I like this. It's kind of fun. You know, I think I'll stick with this, like what I'm doing right now. Or you know, you can just feel like, yeah, I think it's quite interesting, but it's not for me. Or you know, another one is like, okay, yep, I've tried it. It's very interesting, but I think I'm gonna try some other style. Maybe add a little bit of my taste to it. And of course, other artists will inspire you, which is really awesome to be able to be that driving force for someone to, you know, to inspire. That is amazing. Inspire. Oh yes. Speaking of wildlife. Oh yeah. You guys like my shirt, right? It's a very nice shirt. I bought it from Thailand. Beautiful country. Food. I love Thai food. I love eating. Full stop. Just love their barbecue pork. I love their tom yum. Ooh. People there are just so nice. Everybody, you know, going, you know, putting their hands together and say sawadee. They're very, very nice. Sawadee ka, sawadee ka. So if you do go to Thailand, there's one thing you must know. At least this is what I learned. For women, it kind of ends with a ka. If you're a guy, it kind of ends with a ka. So if you're a girl, you say sawadee ka. If you're a guy, you say sawadee ka. Yeah. Language barriers, how sad. Can you imagine you wanting to know someone else, but the only thing that's really standing in your way is language. going to, some parts after you paint for a while, you will divert from your reference photo. So the lighting, usually I always have a problem with lighting. Even with digital painting, I guess you guys, if you guys see my digital painting, I always say how much I love digital painting, because when you make an error, you don't go like, oh shit, is there an undo button in this world? And when it comes to traditional painting, it kind of goes like that. When you make an error, is there an undo button? I really wish there was, because it's just kind of like you did something wrong. It's very hard to correct your mistake. And if you want to correct it, you better correct it fast before it dries. Acrylic dries very fast. Of course, it takes a day or two to completely dry, but in terms of dry to the touch, it can dry within seconds, minutes, you know. So yeah, but in in digital painting, you don't have that problem. You just control Z, and yeah, that's it. Problem solved. Uh-huh. So that's digital painting for you. So digital painting, I do use references, but not like canvas. Canvas, I kind of follow it very closely to the photo. But else for digital painting, I kind of just draw my own human, or because I like, I'm not very good with humans, so I save that for digital painting. A lot of fantasy stuff goes into that, and then I, would Sorry, this requires a lot of concentration. Dabbing paint. It does. What was I saying? Man, I wish you guys were here to let me know. Totally forgot. Oh yeah, so I kind of do my own painting. I draw my own poses and stuff, but when it comes to lighting, very, very important for me. That one I really need. That one I really need some reference photos. I've never painted the eyes using a palette knife before. I wonder if I can do that here. Interesting. No! I'm going to run out of black paint. I hate mixing it again. So easy. No, you can hear that scraping? Okay, conserve. Okay. That kind of ends our session of right. We need to do the nose. Nose is all black. Hmm. Okay, I have to mix a second batch. This time I'm going to use even less paint. Just a little bit. After we're done with the black, we are going to take a little break. I'm going to finish the rest of my lunch. Okay. Mixing paint, mixing paint. I'm just going to show it to you one more time. Over here, you can see that I took another spot. Just mixing it. I wonder. I don't think I'll be able to finish the blue deer today. Okay. Gotta do the nose. Can you guys see the nose? No, it's kind of pretty high up. Let's see, can I bring it down for you? Bring it down just a little bit. No, that's too much. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Nose, nose, nose. Okay. Noses are shiny. Man, speaking of animals, I was watching Happy Feet yesterday, the first one. Man, so much views. I don't know, man. I love cartoons like that. You know, when you watch it when you're young, you just kind of laugh it off, thinking it's a happy story, and then you grow older and then you realize what they're really going through. And you just, man, I just feel for the guy. Now you can see that even though I did the nose, I still have like quite a little bit of black because according to my reference photo, there should be a lot of depth in the fur. So maybe like do a little bit more fur here. Oh, right. And so yeah, I was watching Happy Feet, and then they were like talking about, oh, is it because the food chain has distorted all the animals, and yeah, humans, we are such destructive creatures, and yet so wonderful. I see other artists create what they do. It's just amazing to be human. It really is. Now I'm just kind of like randomly putting in all this. Hmm. I really wanted to portray something. Like I like these realistic abstract series. It's because it's kind of like yourself. Being human is not black and white. It's being gray, the ultimate grayness there is in the world. We create such, I guess I would say, very functional systems when you think about it. In theory, yes, it all works out fine. But you know when it doesn't work out fine? When reality kicks in. When us being human, we're such complex creatures, you know, just because a person did a crime, is he truly guilty? Yeah, he did a crime, did he not? But why did he do a crime? Why did he steal? Was it because to feed his family? You know? I mean, of course, he's still considered guilty, but the motive behind it is one that is pure and just of, complete survival. And yep. So I like to portray that with this kind of painting. The fact that, um, when I put in reflection, if you guys seen my other painting, my first one was the two tigers kind of like looking at each other, but they're different, It's because I feel like us as human beings, we have so many layers to each person. Even to ourselves, we have like, different values and stuff like that. Okay, for this thing, I'll use a brush. Okay, for this one, I think I'll use a brush. Maybe not. Now I'm just kind of like following the flow of the fur. So my very first one was a reflection of two tigers kind of staring into each other. Only one is realistic and the other one is more abstract-ish. And it just kind of feels like, you know, there's different layers to a person. He, like some people they are so mean when they're at work, or not say mean, like intimidating. But if you know them outside that scope, they are actually very, very friendly people, and you kind of like wonder how on earth is this to the same guy, you know? I mean, have you guys ever come across people like that? You just kind of feel like, okay, I did not know that about you. You're actually pretty cool. you know, aside from being all intimidating and when we work together or something like that. Then the second one was shattered. Uh, yeah, pretty much the same thing. Like instead of looking at the mirror and you see a different person being reflection, this one's kind of like, I don't know, two different people at the same time, I guess. I don't know, I'm just starting to like the concept. This one, on the other hand, is sometimes you just like conflict with yourself. You think first you think there's a good idea, and after that you don't, and then sometimes you feel this way, but you feel that way, and something like that. Like sometimes, um, I have a very bad temper sometimes, you know, just to be honest with you guys right now. I have quite a bad temper. And I'll just like outlash. And after that, I'll just feel really, really bad, you know? Like sometimes you think we have better control over ourselves, but really we don't. Not really. And then I just kind of feel like I can't believe, you know, you just feel really bad. Like you always want to be a good person, but it is so not that easy. Okay, we're more or less done. Let's make the ears bigger, huh? Big ears are cute. Okay. Most of the paint is pretty much dried up. Okay, I'm going to finish that second piece of bun that I've been saving for. Okay. We will come back. So, take a break, guys. We'll be back in 15 to 20 minutes. up, guys? We are back. Um, let's see. We are going to start painting the darker blue, and I'm gonna mix cerulean blue. I love cerulean blue. It has this beautiful sky blue thingamajig. See, very beautiful sky blue-ish. So I'm gonna. Unfortunately, we do have to work it with the shadows. So I have to mix the cerulean blue with some black, and don't forget the heavy gel medium. So I am over here, in case y'all are wondering. This time we're gonna require a little bit more paint. Okay. So I did kind of like 2 scoops of cerulean blue. So I know we did the foundation of color. However, to add in the texture, we probably have to do it again. Same goes for the other ear. So this is how I usually paint. You can see the big chunk of blue there, and then you got a small chunk of black. And then after that, I'm just going to go over it with heavy, extra heavy gel. I guess for me, there's like a 1-to-1 ratio of paint to the gel. So here we are, and this is how we paint it. Mix it up, mix, mix. Oof, looks a little too dark. Tricky. Oh dear, too much, way too much black. There's nothing we can do now. One way to do it is just to add more blue. You can't do anything else. Alright, never mind. Let's try to do certain areas. That requires the dark blue descent. Like over here. Probably some up here as well. Oh, it's a little too much. certain places probably shadow that doesn't need to be black. Huh. This is embarrassing. I totally forgot to use the correct knife. I was like wondering, why is it not so good? There you go. What a beauty you are. So much better. I think I am going to add a little bit more blue to it now. It's a little too dark. Oops, it's too much. Okay. I think we should add a little bit more blue now. Make it a little brighter. Hey, didn't I said that before? And then I did not do it. Well, it's happening again. Okay, I think like maybe some darkness over here. Okay, gonna add some blue to that. Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, excuse me. Focus, darn you. Hang on. Focus. Still focusing on the background. Okay, so you see this cerulean blue. I think this is the color code 1050-2, probably. This is 1040. Man, this camera is really struggling. 1040-2. So I think those are the color code I'm using. So cerulean blue. Gonna add that to the mix. Okay, I'm gonna add a whole bunch of it. Now, because I'm adding extra paint, I also have to bump up the amount for the gel. Because I added way too much black, I cannot go around and add white to it. It does not work like that. If I were to add white to it, you're basically mixing a new color with white. So it's gonna look dull. I'm gonna add a little bit of gel. This is one of the things why I was kind of like a little doubtful to start a stream, because I am going to spend a lot of time mixing paint, and that would take quite a while. Gotta drink some tea. As you guys are watching this now, are you even drinking water? You guys gotta drink some water. Look after your health. There, it looks much brighter. Let's see here. Okay, for this, set the boundaries of the fur, since I got a lot of it. Oops. This one is simple. There's not much gel in this. Just want to make it smooth, quickly get it over with. Oop. I'm sorry. Alright, give me a sec. I'll come rescue you. No! Are you guys okay? You guys good? I'm so sorry. Come, let me give you a hug. Oh. Okay. Sorry about that. Hope you guys don't get all dizzy right now. Because this is on my easel. Right here at the top. Yeah, there's like no better place to do it. Let me try and get that up again. Yeah, my easel is not that stable, but it is the best place I can have this webcam on. You guys good? Alright. Don't move, man. You guys jumping up and down the floors, you making my easel all shaky. Okay. I'm really scared for you guys. Stay. I'm gonna move you guys up a bit. Okay. Man, don't scare me like that. Jeez. Okay. It's freaking me out. I feel really scared that you will fall again. I'm gonna hang on to this easel as I do this. Okay. because there's a lot of shaking up and down going a lot, so I think it's better we keep it that way because the legs of the easel, it's not a very stable easel. I bought this when I was just kind of like starting to get serious, but then again, when I first bought this, I didn't know that um, that it should be a good easel, as in like it should be stable. Get the heavy ones. Heavy easels are the best in terms of because they can carry the weight of the canvas, a heavy canvas, I mean. I think it probably needs more gel. Okay. Whew. Oof. Since we are doing the topic of animals, have you guys seen Okja? I don't know if you guys are like, uh, I don't know if your country, Netflix, kind of like promote different things, but Netflix has been promoting Okja like crazy on Facebook. So I kept looking at it and I'm like, okay, we should just give this a try. It's a good movie. Very thought provoking, powerful message, very clear message of eating animals. Basically, your neighborhood vegan will be very happy that you've watched such a movie. It's trying to get people to go all vegan and stuff. But it's true. What is happening? Animals. What goes to feed the human race can be pretty vile and yeah, very thought provoking and it's well if you have kids I don't think they should watch because it's a little bit graphic. But it's a good movie. It's you kind of like wonder what is gonna happen. Okja being a super pig. Basically, in the beginning of the movie. I'm not gonna spoil anything. In the beginning of the movie, they, of course, we're always worried whether the world can feed, the population of the human race. in these days and in the future. What are we doing about it? And so are we, in terms of science and stuff, something like that. And I get it. But honestly, I don't know if we should be worried that the human race is getting bigger in terms of population, because if you look at America and Japan right now, there is a shortage of youth and a lot of senior citizens, because, well, the modern generation don't really focus more on marriage anymore, on building a family. There's a lot of single people out there not looking for their other half. For everybody knows that it doesn't take another person to make you happy. Of course, it wouldn't hurt having another person in your life, but it's not really the entire purpose of your life. Sometimes people look for other things, stuff like that. So yeah, I think the population does get smaller in the developed countries, mm, first world countries and stuff. So those, I don't think it's much of a problem. However, people are still trying to figure out how to feed the growing population. So in this movie, they said they found a anomaly in nature, that there's this pig, a super pig that grew up in Chile, America, and uh, what? So and they decided to meet this super pig with another super pig or something like that, and then they have 26 baby little pigs, and they're gonna give it to uh, the farmers of different region, different countries, and see how they develop in the course of 10 years. So flash forward 10 years, what will happen? So Okja is this big super pig and is very close to its human captor, not captor, human person who takes care of it. It's a Korean girl and her grandpa farmer. And we all know what happens later on, so what are they going to do to save the little pig? Big pig. And you know what that reminded me of? Man, I want to watch Babe again. Babe used to be my favorite movie when I was a kid. Don't really remember how the story goes. I was pretty young then. All I know is it's a damn good pig. That one is kind of like make you uh make you love pigs even more. Just want to get them in their little teacup pig. You watch that episode of How I Met Your Mother? A little teacup pig. Oh, so cute. You can fit inside a teacup. You can see the details of the face. If I move on to the body and like the fur is very long, so that the strokes are a lot longer. Whereas if I go to the face, all the fur is very short. So just kind of dab, dab, dab. I just love the texture, just to play with it. Oh, you can't see above the snout, so I won't touch that yet. Oof, I hope I have enough paint for this. I'm finishing it. You know what? Let's finish it. Okay, wait. Let me try and move this here. Doesn't seem very thick anymore, isn't it? I'm gonna mix it more. Okay. Add a little bit more gel. So I tell you, you're gonna use this, you're gonna use a heck of a lot of gel. Okay, coming back. Oh, you can see that it does get lighter because I actually use the ratio. It's very dark. Alright, I'm gonna add a little bit more paint. I thought I could like cheat my way, but I guess not. See, there's a lot of mixing involved. A little bit too bright. Okay, I hope this is good enough. Close to it. Okay, let's quickly do this. Man, it's too glaring for you guys, isn't it? Sorry, this is the best I can do. So you notice I am standing all the time as we are painting. For acrylic painting on canvas, since I have an easel, I very much prefer to stand. Not because of anything, but mostly because, well, every day I always sit on my bum. Even when I do digital painting, I have to sit down. So I wish, if they had those, because if my table was tall, I could like just get a tall stool or no, if my table was tall, then I can just stand up as I paint. I don't know. I read this article saying that you need to stand up a lot because apparently sitting down all day is as good as obesity or something like that. Do I believe it? I don't know. But I know I don't like sitting on my bum all the time. I don't know. My bum kind of hurts after that. Darn it. We are done. I mean, not the paint's done. Oh, how annoying. On one hand you want to save paint, but when you always have lack of it, that's when it gets real annoying. A little bit more. Give me a sec. Okay. Just mixing some paint in. A touch of black. Makes a lot of difference apparently, so gotta be a little conservative on that part. Drink some tea. Okay. Add some gel paint here. Oh right. Gotta let you guys know we are ending the stream in 1 hour 15 minutes. 15 minutes earlier than usual because we have a family dinner to go to. Vegetarian dinner. My cousin's coming back from Singapore, so just to show you guys what it looks like from afar. Yeah, I know. Nothing impressive yet because this is the as artists like to call it, the ugly stage. So you can see all that little. Can you focus? Can you focus? Can you focus? You can see all the little texture thing going on. Yeah, I don't think it's focusing. What's wrong with you? Yeah, so this is what is going on so far. I like painting loose. See what I'm doing right now? It's like I haven't got care in the world. So you can see that there's this like really flat patch over here. We don't want that. We want to add some texture to it. So I really have to go through all this with a painting knife. Same goes for realism. I will have to go through all that with a filbert brush. Difference is the filbert brush will take longer because it's much more intricate. Oh yeah. Talking about all this animal stuff. Uh, this does not belong to my Malaysian beauties. My Malaysian beauties patch, my series. Nope. This one is all just like sometimes you just gotta let it out, you know. So this is me letting it out, you know. And art being a form of self-expression. So this is me doing my self-expressing. Uh, then I also got my Malaysian Beauties project. I plan for digital painting. I have my Zodiac series where I try to do dragons mixed with the 12 zodiacs. So far I did rat dragon and I did monkey dragon. Right? You might probably be wondering, how does a monkey dragon look like? You gotta check it out. So that's what I managed to do. What else? Yeah, and I plan to start a new series called Skin Trade, and I just want to kind of bring the highlights to animal cruelty in the sense of like buying crocodile skin bags or something like that. Fortunately, I never had that addiction because they are super expensive. And luxury items in terms of fashion, not really my thing. So, yeah, I don't really support that anyway. So, that is, trying hopefully to raise awareness on that. Okay. Now that we've done all the parts, see, you can even see as the light hits the painting now, you can see the different kinds of textures in there. Right now, I am going to go for a normal cerulean blue. Pure cerulean blue mixed with the gel. Why do I have such a tough time saying heat gel? Whew. Okay, when was the last time we took a break? Let's take a break. And I'll be back. Okay, I'm just gonna drink some water, rest my eyes. It's a little glaring with that spotlight. Okay, see you guys soon. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm just looking through some things. Okay. We shall go over with pure cerulean blue now. So we're still using the same color. Okay, guys, focus, guys. Come on. Webcam's not focusing. Okay, never mind. Cerulean blue. There you go. Cerulean blue chromium. So we'll be using that. Oh, I never let you guys say hi to my owl here. Huh? So this is my lamp, the one that's casting all the light here. And I got this little guy to keep me company. I never gave him a name. Let's call him Owlie then. Owlie, meet the guys. Guys, meet Owlie. Chat, meet Owlie. So my mom bought it from China, and it's made from straws. And get this, I've been having this as my companion, my artist companion for maybe half a year. Yeah, and look at it. It's still so white, you know? It's not aging or, kind of yellowing out of age, which is totally cool. It's made out of straw. Ollie's made out of straw, so and totally cute. Okay. Uh we are down to this is the slot that I used just now. We are moving to the middle slot for the paint mixing sesh. Okay, we're gonna use pure cerulean blue now. Just look at that blue. Beautiful, isn't it? Unfortunately, if you want a blue this beautiful, you gotta pay for beauty. This cost, my wallet is crying somewhere. 65 ringgit and 90 cents. That's 66 ringgit. In American dollars, you kind of divide that by about 3.4. So there you go. This is like about 20 something dollars. Oh my god. But now that I've kind of like more or less fully integrated to artist colors, instead of student paints, student acrylics. Student acrylics are like the really low grade, I guess you can say, you know, paints that you should be starting with. You always start with the cheap paints, and this is cerulean blue is one of the more expensive paint. Usually they cost 10 ringgit cheaper. But this blue is really beautiful. Light fastness is 1, which is damn good. Yeah. So as I was saying, I used to use the cheap paint. I mean, who hasn't? Everybody got to start off somewhere. And when I say somewhere, I mean like cheap. So let's see. Here you go. Ooh, I think that's a lot of gel. So I kind of started with cheap paints, and let me tell you something. It is not nice. I mean, you is that it's always that situation where you're like you have no complaints for it, but then when you start to upgrade yourself to expensive taste, you can never look back. For one, now good paints have a lot of pigments in their paint, so you kind of like you try to dilute it with water. The color is still very much there. If you use student paints and you mix it with water, it kind of not only dilutes the texture, it dilutes the color as well. Whereas if I use golden, I was actually very surprised when I first started. Like, wow, it still looks so good. Okay. So that was one thing. Another thing, it blends really well. I had so much pleasure in, like, for example, when I was doing my orangutan. Look at me pronouncing like some foreigner. Orangutan. The locals call it orangutan. So I was painting the orangutan, and I was painting the eyes, and then I realized that it blended so nicely. I was very shocked to experience that. Okay, let's start. Now I know right now, as you see this, it looks so dull. I mean, come on, man, seriously, look at this, look at that, so dull. But usually everything seems to look a lot better when you start adding in the lighter color. What Monty Python always say, look on the bright side of life. And they do the whistling thing. I have no idea how to whistle. Okay. It would be a challenge to do all this in painting knife. Usually the eyes, I will do using a brush, but this knife is just so flexible. I'm hoping I could do everything using a pellet knife. So even you can see how I am just kind of, all the underpainting, is being painted over. You probably be thinking like, then if I'm doing this, if I'm doing like this, isn't it such a waste that I did all that underpainting? Not necessarily. You can see like over here the antlers, and over here I did an underpainting, and then I did not touch it with the painting knife. And even though you can see that I covered all this here, but is the texture underneath as well as the color is see-through. Like, I don't paint it to cover everything. You can see some of the textures coming through, and that is very, 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 very important, because it's about layers. And it's very, very important, because that's what keeps the viewers interested. If it's going to be flat, there's nothing to shout about. Sometimes I like the texture as well. Just kind of like slide it over like butter on bread, and then the textures just kind of flow through like that. $5:02. We'll be ending the stream at 5:45. So I think that's all the break we need, I guess. Maybe one more, just a 5-minute break, just a quick one to rest the eyes. Oh, right. So sorry. I probably have to sit down. Not sure you guys can see me anymore. Can you? Just a little bit. Alright. Yeah. Maybe just move the border down just a little. Okay. Ugh. Just trying to add like lots and lots of textures. Dabba dab dab. Wubba wubba dub dub. Hmm. Okay. I can't stand. Just get a different angle when you sit and stand. Much better if it's being. Much better if I stand. Sorry, sorry I've stopped talking. I got nothing more to talk. Also, because I'm feeling a little tired already. Takes a lot of concentration, okay? Don't be judgy. And the fact that I've been standing since all this started. Because, I already kind of explained to you what's going on. And, well, the chat box is a little, empty, so there's nobody to talk to. Nobody asking questions. Not even a how you doing. So, there's nothing for me to talk. I really don't know what else to say. And I already kind of explained what's going on. So, yep. The eyes will be green. Once thing is, once you do it all the same color, it's all pretty much the same. Like purple, blue, green. What else is there? Orange. Pink, I guess. In terms of doing the impressionism side. tree. Antlers. So it's relatively easy. If I run out of paint, if I run out of paint, you know, it's only pure cerulean blue, so I can always go back and mix more. Different angle change. Oops, a little too much. We are halfway through the paint. Let's see. Now it's 5:14. Okay, I feel like this direction kind of goes better. See, that's what painting is all about. You find something, you give it experiment. If it works, great. If it doesn't, move on. Because the thing is, if you never experiment, you never try. You never try, you never know. See this? It's a face of concentration. Whew, my eyes, they tire. Ugh. They say looking at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds helps. Mm. Ay, ay, ay. Since we're going to end this stream a little early, I'm not going to call for a break. 5:20. Oh, we are out of paint. I think that's about it. Now it's 5:22. Should we end the stream there? I guess so. Alright. If you guys don't want me to end the stream, object now. Alright. I gotta leave at 6. Now it's 5:22. Actually, we still got a little bit more time. I guess I could squeeze in a little more. Yeah. Nah, I think that's about it. Just a little bit more. But we take a break. 5-minute break. Just really quick, okay? Okie dokie, welcome back. We got a fresh new coat of paint right here. Once we're done with this fresh coat of paint, then that's it. End of stream. I gots to goes, you gots to goes, we all gots to goes. camera's in the way. Right. We shall transfer you back over here. You guys are a little too tall. Gotta lower you for this. There you go. Okay, that's it, everybody. Whew. That's all for today. Let's see. This is what we managed to do so far. Yep. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna use the same pure cerulean blue. Go over that. After that, I'm gonna mix a little bit of white with that cerulean blue to make that highlights, and then I'll just do that. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the eyes. So after I do that, we are gonna move on to this. We're gonna use predominantly a filbert brush. I will show you guys what a filbert brush is. And so uh, you can, I have recorded what all I did before, so I will compile that and this together in my Patreon video. So if you're interested, you can go check that out. And I will also provide a list of brushes that I use for your ease of understanding of how I got this. And also you will get the full image, uh, full size image of this painting when it's complete, and it's all available to you in my Patreon page. Hope you guys will check that out, and that would really help, and that can help me upgrade all my equipment, like the webcam that I showed to you in the beginning of the video. Hopefully I can get a third webcam or something. Maybe I can show you guys how I mix my paint, because I mix a lot of paint, because golden acrylics colors can be very pricey, very pricey. It hurts my wallet a lot. So what I do is I mix a lot of paint to get different kinds of colors. So maybe I can show you guys. I always say, a touch of this, a touch of that. Maybe one day I can show it to you. And I think that's about it. Yeah, I really hope to see some of you guys in my next live stream. Most probably we'll start with the realistic one, depending if I have time to finish the blue deer. From the looks of it, just a little bit more and then we're done. And then after that, we have to do the brown deer, which we'll use with the filbert brush, and then we will do the grass, and then we're done. So I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Love you guys. Stay cool.